Here I'm going to show you how to create a contour hatching technique. And to do that, I'm first going to indicate where my light source is coming from. And then I'm going to add the base layer. Now, what contour means is a representation of something of a shape or form. So in this case, I've got a circular shape, but I want to turn it into a sphere shape. And as you know, a sphere shape, it's curved, it's round, it's 3D. So to do that, I'm creating these curved, almost like a circular shape, and it gets bigger as I go down the bottom of the sphere shape. It gets wider, so that way it looks 3D. So when you're drawing your contour shapes, think about the shape that you're trying to create. Does it look 3D? You need to ask those questions as you're creating those marks. And now that I've done the light base layer tone, then I go back in adding the dark tones. And the dark tones means adding more lines, overlapping them to create those darker tones. And I'm being very selective where the dark tones needs to be. So the light source can't reach near the bottom of the sphere. So for that reason, you need to show that as a dark tone. So that way it looks 3D and realistic. Areas that shows lighter tones, I leave that area with fewer lines and lines being more spread out. And again with the shadow, create a different opposite direction of the curve shape. So that way it looks like a separate part of the shape where it's just trying to represent as a shadow. So each mark that you make, think about what it's representing. Is it a shadow? Is it a dark tone? Or is it a light tone? And when you're doing this, think about the outline part near the top of the circle, because sometimes when you've got a light source, it bounces off on the surface first, so that means that top part is the lightest, but on the back of that circle it will be quite dark because light hasn't reached there first. So for that reason there will be dark outline as well. Okay, and you want it to show a gradual change of tone, so that way it looks seamless and it doesn't look like sections of light, dark and middle tone. To sum up, when you're drawing dark tones, you need to draw more lines, overlap them. To show light tone, you need to space them out, draw fewer lines. And to show contour, you need to look at the type of shape you're working with. So if it's a curved shape, you need to draw curved lines.